The drama surrounding Caitlin Clark's LPGA appearance wasn't just another sports crossover, it was a statement. A moment so powerful that it exposed everything wrong with how the WNBA treats its brightest star. When Caitlin Clark stepped onto the lush green fairways of the Anakah ProAm, golf didn't just welcome her, it rolled out the red carpet. In one weekend, the LPGA accomplished what the WNBA has failed to do all season: embrace, celebrate, and market a once-in-a-generation athlete. The result? Explosive numbers, historic engagement, and a wave of new fans. Meanwhile, back in basketball, jealousy brewed like a storm cloud. And A'ja Wilson's reaction made one thing painfully clear: women's basketball is still stuck in its own self-made shadow. Caitlin's presence at the Pro-Am wasn't just about a few swings of a golf club. It was a marketing masterclass. The LPGA didn't just invite her, they studied her. They analyzed her social media influence, the audience she commands, and the way she connects with fans. They turned every second of her appearance into must-watch television. Cameras followed her from the practice range to the putting green. Microphones caught her candid laughter. And fans watched a side of Caitlin that wasn't about basketball. It was about personality, charisma, and star power. In one weekend, the LPGA showed that they understood something the WNBA still refuses to admit. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's an event, a cultural force, the kind of athlete who transcends her sport. The numbers told the story better than anyone could. The Anakah ProAm pulled in 3 times its usual viewership. Engagement on social media skyrocketed by over 400%. Golf equipment sales among women spiked, and LPGA's Instagram gained hundreds of thousands of new followers in just 48 hours, all because one basketball player picked up a golf club. Meanwhile, on the WNBA side, the conversation wasn't about inspiration or growth. It was about jealousy. A'ja Wilson, one of the league's top stars, couldn't help herself. As Caitlin smiled her way through tee shots and post-game interviews, A'ja was online liking cryptic posts about media bias and hype over hard work. Then came the passive-aggressive comment under a viral clip of Caitlin's swing. One word: interesting. The shade wasn't subtle, and fans noticed. What should have been a moment of unity for women's sports instead became a mirror reflecting the bitterness that's been brewing all season long. The tension had been building for months. In interviews, A'ja hinted that players like her don't get enough recognition. She didn't say Caitlin's name, but everyone knew who she was talking about. The irony? While A'ja complained about recognition, Caitlin was out there generating more attention for women's sports than anyone in recent history. The LPGA didn't see that as a threat. They saw it as an opportunity. They leaned into Caitlin's popularity and used it to lift everyone. Meanwhile, WNBA insiders revealed that multiple players were fuming over Caitlin's invitation. Not because they cared about golf, but because another sport had the audacity to treat her like the superstar she is. It's disgusting how they roll out the red carpet for her everywhere except where she actually plays, one anonymous player reportedly said. The bitterness was real and it was loud. The contrast couldn't have been starker. At the Pro-Am, Caitlin was treated like royalty. She had a reserved parking spot, a personal media coordinator, and was paired with Nelly Korda, the world's #1 golfer. Together, they brought in massive crowds and turned the event into a celebration of women's athletics. While the LPGA's approach was strategic and forward-thinking, the WNBA's was reactionary and defensive. Even after seeing golf's massive success, players like A'ja doubled down on the narrative that Caitlin's fame is manufactured. But when the results are this undeniable, when sponsorships, ratings, and fan engagement explode wherever she goes, it's clear that what Caitlin brings to the table isn't hype. It's value. It's growth. It's proof that one athlete's light can illuminate an entire sport. Nelly Korda herself called it an honor to play beside Caitlin, saying she brought electricity to the course. LPGA players thanked her for bringing visibility to women's golf. They weren't threatened, but they were grateful. And that's the difference. While one sport celebrates its stars, the other suffocates them. Even the aftermath of the event exposed the cultural divide. The LPGA commissioner personally thanked Caitlin for her impact, noting record engagement and ticket sales for future events. In contrast, the WNBA commissioner stayed silent. No acknowledgement, no congratulations, no appreciation. That silence spoke volumes. It told every young girl watching that success in women's basketball comes with a price: jealousy, resentment, and isolation. It sent the message that excellence is suspicious, that popularity is a threat, and that unity only exists when nobody shines too brightly. Behind the scenes, the envy turned toxic. Reports surfaced of WNBA players privately coordinating how to respond to Caitlin's growing fame. Some agreed to ignore her completely. Others wanted to flood social media with team success posts to shift attention away from her. A few even floated the idea of organizing their own crossover events, not out of passion, but out of competition. But the truth was undeniable. No one could replicate Caitlin's magic because it isn't manufactured, it's organic. Fans feel connected to her because she's authentic, humble, and relentlessly positive. While others waste time throwing shade, Caitlin keeps showing up, keeps performing, and keeps proving that greatness doesn't need validation from the jealous. The LPGA understood that Caitlin Clark is more than an athlete. She's a cultural bridge, someone who draws in casual fans, parents, and kids who've never followed women's sports before. She represents progress, possibility, and potential. And yet, instead of embracing her as the face of their league, the WNBA treats her like a problem to contain. It's not a talent issue. It's not a funding issue. It's a mindset issue. The LPGA operates from abundance. When one player wins, everyone wins. The WNBA operates from scarcity, where one player's spotlight means someone else is left in the dark. That's why one league is thriving, while the other is imploding under its own insecurity. A'ja Wilson's reaction was just the symptom. The real disease is a culture that resents excellence instead of celebrating it. The LPGA's success with Caitlin Clark should have been a wake-up call for the WNBA. Instead, it became a mirror exposing all its flaws: the insecurity, the poor leadership, the refusal to evolve. And as Caitlin's influence continues to grow beyond basketball, the risk for the WNBA is clear. They're going to lose her. Other sports, other leagues, other brands, they all see what she brings. They all want a piece of it. If the WNBA keeps clinging to outdated ideas about equality meaning sameness, they'll watch their brightest star shine somewhere else, because Caitlin Clark isn't waiting for anyone's approval. She's out there making history, inspiring the next generation, and proving that greatness doesn't ask for permission. The LPGA showed her what real appreciation looks like. And unless the WNBA learns that lesson soon, they'll keep fading while Caitlin and women's sports as a whole move forward without them. So what do you think? Is A'ja Wilson jealous, or is this just a symptom of a deeper problem within the WNBA? Should the league finally embrace Caitlin Clark the way golf did, or has it already missed its chance? Drop your thoughts below, we want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more exclusive stories that reveal the truth behind the headlines. This isn't the end of Caitlin Clark's story. It's just the beginning.